Yeah. What up? I'm Tahir more.
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
Welcome to another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
All right, you want to try this?
Let's try it again. Damn. Internet, you scary. Damn.
Okay.
Damn. Internet, you scary. Damn. Scary. No, nothing.
It was good. It was good, man.
You started laughing. I was like, oh man, he's not feeling the. I was trying to do my biz much.
You just
Nah, man, I had to switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm always messing with this thing.
My mic be hot.
Welcome to another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Swear.
We're gonna, you guys have been asking us. I don't know if they've been asking us, but I'm gonna bring back a familiar segment right off top, just right off the rip.
Which one is this?
And just, for legal purposes, I'm gonna change it a little bit. This is a hits joint fact.
Oh. What's this? Is a joint. Young blood.
Yeah, same hard drive. So, since our shows are more bite-sized, as we like to say, we're sort of separating the segments. So we're just going to start with the familiar one. This hits joint fact was brought to you by ATL Payton. He said, we call them hoodies because they have hoods. So are we supposed to get sweaty in sweaters? Why is it called a sweater?
No, but the hood is already attached. The sweat's not attached to the clothing.
So why is it called a sweater?
Well, if you do the research, you'll find out that when sweaters were invented in 1642,
No way.
you will find out that the whole purpose of a sweater was. I'm completely pulling this one out.
Course.
I was gonna keep it going, but when he started,
As soon as you said 1642, I was like, ain't no way.
When he started pulling it up on Google, I was like, why even?
I'm gonna lose this fight. People don't do that. People are just like, yeah, keep talking.
Hey, man.
People don't look up. I am the king of just Googling on the spot. What did you say? 18 what?
I said 1648.
You did it.
I did. I said 1648.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to find this out. In 1920, Benjamin Russell Jr., a quarterback,
So I was a little early.
was tired of the constant chafing and itching caused by their wool football uniforms. He worked with his father, who owned a manufacturing company, to come up with a better option. White people had all the resources. And the Russell Manufacturing Company made garments for both women and children, knit shirts and undergarments. So I guess this dude kind of made up sweaters for football.
Which is weird, because they don't wear them now, but,
Knowing the durability, that was probably when they were doing, leather hats and shit, leather helmets. Knowing the durability and comfort of cotton, they created a new practice jersey that was a modification of the ladies' union suit. It was produced throughout the factory. The loose, collarless pullovers produced from women's undergarments. Shout out to women.
Again,
they were men's football jerseys. It would go on to become an iconic sweatshirt.
It doesn't give us, it gives us the origins of it, but not the origin of the word.
Well, I guess it's a sweatshirt too, not sweater.
So it's a shirt that you sweat in, essentially.
Well, yeah, I guess if it was for football, then technically, yeah, it is for sweating.
All right. I'll take that. I'll accept it. I said 1648. I was a little early.
Little bit.
About 200 years.
You would never think that sweaters are that new.
Yeah.
Oh, here it says, according to British dictionaries, sweater is used in British English in the same sense as American English, but no, this is nothing.
Nah,
I'd be starting sentences without knowing.
He saw according to it, and he got excited.
Low-key, according to is a great drum roll for some knowledge.
Yeah. I'm about to drop some shit on you real quick. Now, according to Webster in shut your ass up, you right?
Yeah, that was
right.
Literally nothing in that sentence that I needed. But yeah, thank you ATL Payton. The other hits joint fact, and we were just talking about this because my room currently has no bed. When you get a bigger bed, you get more bed but less room. Think about it. The bigger the bed, the less room. There's no more room around it.
Yeah, but it's still in the room though.
Yeah, but you got a bigger bed. You get more bed, but less room in your bedroom.
But that's just physics. It's
Yeah.
still a bedroom.
Yeah.
It's still the room where the bed is.
It's just, yeah, you're right. It's literally just saying this thing is big, so now everything else is less.
If you get a bigger car,
Moving
there's
right along.
less space in your garage too, you fucking hippie. You hit that shit like it was really drops, yeah, but if you...
Yeah, I guess so. You get a bigger bed and less room. I think it's just wordplay, really.
Yeah, it really is. That's all it is.
Thank you, That Destiny Show. Keep your damn hits, joint facts to yourself next time.
Stop sending these hit joints facts when you're high.
That's true. That's the best time, though, because that's funny. A lot of times people send me these things, and they're not interesting at all because they actually have an answer like that one. Like somebody be like, isn't this crazy? And I'm like, no, this actually has a direct answer. It's supposed to be something that makes you think. And now here I go with my dumb ass.
Oh, snap.
Jumping right into it.
There you go.
I found a cool little story. I guess it's not cool. It's more of a crisis. The Great Recession and the housing crisis of Detroit is so crazy right now that you could pick up a house for as little as $1.
Yeah.
You knew that?
I knew that it was really bad. I bought a block in Detroit for $48.68 about 2 years ago.
Right,
so
how's
I knew
that doing?
Oh, it's pretty good. I'm gonna turn it into a community
crows.
center. You say it's overrun by what? Crows?
No, you know, obviously this is a horrible thing for some
Yeah,
people.
for sure.
But you know, it basically said that workers who lost their jobs and were unable to keep up with their mortgage payments just walked out. So there's a lot of abandoned homes. I heard there was like wild dogs and stuff going around.
Well, I went to Detroit to see family one time, and there was literally like blocks where there would just be one house on the blocks. The rest of the houses were dilapidated or torn down.
Oh, so literally one house.
Yeah,
not
literally just one house on the block. So it's definitely bad. And it's crazy because like to think that this was one of the most thriving cities at one point. Like this is motor
That's where
city.
they were making cars,
All
right?
the cars, man. Detroit strong was a real thing. And to look at it now is very disheartening because I feel like all you need is one company to set up a satellite hub there and it could change the economics of the city.
The lives of so
forever.
many people. It's pretty unfortunate.
So shout out to Shinola because Shinola has a company there, a watch company. They make watches, bags, wallets, bikes, everything.
Okay, and it's kind of like getting
It's a big company, but like they need a Coca-Cola plant or a Google satellite hub, something like that. They need something that can employ about 30,000 people realistically, and that will really make the economy jump.
Damn, imagine having a business that you can employ 30,000 people. That is nuts.
Man, that is.
But look, I mean, they show us some of the listings, and it's like this is a 3-bedroom brick house that's $1,000, and it has a wet bar and a half bath. I don't know what a half bath is, but
A half bath is a restroom with no tub.
for $100, you can own this house. I don't know why they're selling completely destroyed houses.
It's more the land, probably.
Really?
The foundation probably still good.
This is a
brick
porch.
foundations, man. If they were done right, they will last. All you got to do is knock all that other debris off and start back up. I miss brick. I miss the South. I mean the Midwest with the brick.
She's a brick.
Ow! Ow!
So that was my only contribution. I've never been in a brick house. This thing is $1, which is crazy because it's still there, and $100 is a destroyed house. But
Probably more land.
This one is $1. It's a fixer-upper. It's a 4-bedroom brick bungalow, but it suffered fire damage and it just needs repair. But it's crazy just coming. Oh, damn! It's just crazy being on here, just thinking like, dang, like we're in LA, like. Houses are like, you got to give up your firstborn son or something.
Oh my God.
That.
People have no idea. Y'all be in such a rush to move out to LA. Let me tell you, when I left St. Louis, I stayed in a 4-family flat, and it was, I had a living room, dining room, 3 walk-in closets, a balcony in the front, balcony in the back, full bath. I had a laundry chute and a pantry, 2-car garage, central air, ceiling fans. I was paying $400 more with hardwood floors and 15-feet ceilings. I moved out to LA in 2009, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1 guaranteed spot, because that shit matters out here.
Yes.
And I was paying $24 million every 2 weeks. It was a middle school across the street and a high school in the other one. I would have to sell dope to kids just to make one rent. It was a lot.
That's why this article blew my mind.
Yeah,
it was
man.
Just like, man, how bad does it have to be? Because it's bad here, but for a completely different reason.
For a completely different. That's
For the
how
opposite.
you got people who be having like 8 roommates, like it is in New York, like 8 roommates in a studio or a 2-bedroom. People converting full apartments into like bungalows for people and like putting up these little bunk beds and charging them $500 a month for this bunk bed. That's literally all your space. All your belongings have to go on this bed, and they're charging you $500. I've seen that in New York. I just was like, I could not do it. And
New York
also,
is worse, huh?
Yeah, they're doing like these bubble hubs in like Oakland and San Fran. So basically, you buy a subscription and you can stay in this community space, and you share your bathrooms, you share the refrigerator, and the common areas. But you have a bunk, and it's only 2 stacked.
Sounds like prison.
Yeah, essentially, except that nobody tells you when to go to sleep. But yeah, man, this is a real thing. But this is how crazy it is and how expensive it is.
Jesus.
But people want to live in these places. And these things are cool if you don't have a family or anything like that. But like, try to imagine like dealing with a whole family situation because you lost your job and you don't have the money for the mortgage. Like it's really disheartening, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would shed a tear if I wasn't a thug.
I was trying to look up these bubble houses. I failed. The only thing I got was some activist named Bubbles who was killed in San Francisco.
That's what it is. San Francisco Housing Data Hub. It might be like San Francisco Housing Hubs or something like that. But like, it's I forgot the name. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. But yeah, man, it's crazy,
That's
bro.
nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I've even seen those shipping containers, those big rectangular things. I've seen those made into
That I actually like. That's actually dope because they're pretty industrious and indestructible. And all you
Indestructible?
Yeah, man. Like those things will last. They will last a very like a lot of the shipping containers, man. Those things are like up to 60, 80 years old.
Really?
Yeah, and they spray the little stuff on them so it keeps the rust down. Yeah. Because those travel on trains, they travel on ships,
Yeah, I
they
guess
travel
they would
on
have to be
trucks.
durable.
Yeah, so super, industrious in that sense. But
Wow. I've even seen like Hobbit-looking things that people are starting to make. Like it's literally like indoors, like I mean in the floor.
Yeah.
Like, people dig a hole and put like a little kitchen in it. And
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
Damn, that's a lot.
that is a lot.
That is a lot. But I mean,
I'm moving back to the Midwest before I do that. Trust
for real,
me.
though. For real. But I mean, hey, if you famous and you from Detroit, help your boys out. Help the city out.
Hey, they ain't gonna need a lot of people to help out. It's gonna take more than one person.
For real.
I'm telling you, man, Google, you better get in on that prime real estate right now, man. If I had the money, I'd open something there.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be like
Detroit?
a 6-block Forever 21, 6-block long
6
Forever
block.
21.
He was like, nigga, give me a house.
It's 6 blocks long. They have a Pizza Hut in it, 2 Starbucks, a little
I
Wi-Fi.
don't want a
center.
cardigan. I want a house. Niggas hate you way more than a...
But I'm gonna provide jobs, man. You got a Forever 21 or 6 blocks long. I need at least 500 employees for that. You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't seem like the best business model.
What do you know?
You guys just need a big Forever 21. That's all you guys need.
That's affordable clothing. It's affordable clothing, and I'm providing jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Is Forever 21 affordable?
Yeah. T-shirts between $9 and $20. That's affordable.
Let me find out you shop there.
Nah, I don't shop there anymore.
Okay.
I used to.
What age?
In my 20s. Early 30s.
Okay, that's what I was waiting for. All right.
That other shooter drop, like,
Over there looking around, like nobody's looking at me. So, speaking of helping your boys out, what would you do to save your mama?
Just about anything. Anything without causing physical pain to someone else, because she wouldn't want that. So I wouldn't kill anybody else. But if they were like close to dying, like within the next couple of days, I might trip over the cord that's helping them breathe.
Okay, you might trip.
Yeah.
An
Oops.
accident.
Oh, whoa.
Same.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do for your mom. A dude from Philadelphia was actually captured on camera. He scaled a 19-story building to save his bedridden mom from a fire. This dude was 35. He worked in roofing and construction, so I guess he knew buildings. And he also said, as kids we used to jump roofs. I don't know what kind of Brazilian upbringing he had, but this dude is caught on camera like literally climbing.
Oh yeah,
I
glanced at this, but I didn't.
Right, it's never really one of those things that you. I thought he was escaping from police. To
Right,
be honest,
that's what I thought. I was
racist.
like, I don't want to see this shit again.
It's super racist.
I've seen this enough times over the internet.
But man, this is for the love of mom, for real.
So
for real.
wait, like, was the building on fire? Why didn't he take the elevator again?
I'm assuming he couldn't. I mean, I would only assume that would be the only reason why this broke headlines.
Okay, so all right, so he scaled the building, he got to her floor. How did he get her out? Is she on his back?
Well, she's 65. It says that the building caught fire about 9:30 p.m. His sister told him, and he sprung to save her. So he raced to save his mom from her. She was on the 15th floor. Apparently, he tried to enter the front door, and they said, "We can't let you in." The police stopped him. So that's why he went up.
Okay.
It was on some fuck the police shit, which I am here for.
Right. Fast forward to us finding out that the fire was just on the first floor and it was contained.
She was just like, "Hey, baby, why you coming in through the window?" And he said, "It's all for my mom's safety, period. I wasn't worried about mine at all." That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
solid.
solid.
What I'm talking about.
Salute to you, young brother.
So he said that by the time he reached his mom, she was doing just fine. So he climbed back down. I didn't read this part.
There's steps, fam. You didn't want to take them steps?
Bro,
I know it had to be more than one stairwell.
It's exactly what we just said. It said he climbed back down and firefighters were able to put the fire out without anyone getting hurt. All residents were accounted for and the building was fully evacuated. So he technically didn't save her. He just did a lot.
He did a wellness check. He did a wellness check, Spider-Man style. When he tried to go in, the cops was like, "Hey, no, we got it. It was actually just a trash can fire. Everything's fine." I don't believe you.
It said the mom saw the footage and she said she was shocked but not surprised.
Yeah.
So apparently he's extra out about his mom
like,
all the time.
Let me tell you something about Tyrone. That boy been a fool since he was knee-high to a cricket. I used to tell him all the time, stop climbing up the trees. But that's what he do. That boy just climb.
You ain't shit for giving her that voice. Like, she's trying to keep her dentures in there.
Yeah.
But it seems like the fact that if my mom ever saw me do that and be like, "Oh, I mean, I'm not surprised," I'd be like, "You weren't surprised at all? Like, did he kill 6 niggas the last time she had a headache or something?" Like,
How came to the window, she was like,
I told you to start using that door. Like, you done interrupted this Matlock. This Matlock been on this little marathon.
That's hilarious. I did not know that she was not even in danger. That's why I like just reading the first few lines. I get a little surprised at the end myself. That's jokes. That is funny as hell.
"Bless their heart and yours too. They little hearts and all their parts."
Well, speaking of funny shit, you're a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
You're on stage a lot. I feel like you teeter on the dark side sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't tell if comedy has gotten sensitive because we have, or there's just some comedians who just don't know how to toe that line. And of course, I'm speaking of the latest flub up from Comedy Central. Comedy Central is getting a lot of backlash in recent weeks because apparently they highlighted a comedian. I'm not even going to look up her name because whatever. But they highlighted this comedian who did a pretty, in my mind, kind of like a tasteless joke about the death of rapper XXXTentacion.
Yeah.
I don't remember the full joke, but it kind of like teetered the lines of like, "Hey, did you guys remember? Is anybody still mourning the death of this dude?" And everybody started laughing, which was a weird time to laugh. And then I think she went on to say like he was killed with $50,000 in his bag. He was buying a car, but I think that would be a great commercial for Venmo. It was just like a weird like.
Yeah.
It was.
I didn't see the humor. My thing as a comedian, if you're gonna take a risk and play one of the edge cards, the payoff has to be
crazy, right?
Overly worth it. You know, like when we did the Netflix thing and Eddie Griffin did the satellite thing and he was like, everybody. Eddie Griffin did one of the best Michael Jackson impersonations I've ever seen in my life. On that Def Comedy Jam.
Hilarious.
And so for the reunion anniversary of it, he's like, everybody keeps asking me for another Michael Jackson impersonation. All right, this is my last Michael Jackson impersonation. And the crowd went crazy because the payoff was worth it. So if you're going to play
put him in
edgy,
the casket?
he put him in the casket and then dropped the head. The payoff has to be worth it. And he's a seasoned vet, so he knew this nigga still laughing, and he was there, so he knew it. So, and I don't think her payoff was worth it. And I saw a lot of comics. One comic in particular, one of my good friends, James Davis, said something about it, and he spoke up for saying that he's not a fan of a lot of the things that X did while he was here, but he is a fan of human life, and to poke fun at someone dying the way that they did die, and the payoff not before it is like it was tasteless. And so, people are taking sides. They're saying that he tried to shame a female comic, and this was her time to show. James Davis.
Oh, did that response go viral?
Oh yeah, it was real big. It was big, and so people are taking sides, and threatening James and calling him all types of names and
threatening James.
Yeah, because he spoke up about it and said that he said it was a tasteless joke.
How are you gonna get a death threat for that?
Man, like people were telling him, don't come back to this club no more. You're not welcome here, calling them all type of bitches and all this type of shit.
From that? For saying
that,
I'm a fan
speaking
of
up.
Human life?
Yeah.
He must have thrown some extras in
Yeah,
there.
you can go look it up. I think it's still up on his Twitter. So
is it a video or?
No, it was a tweet. I think he might have posted it to Facebook, and then he screenshotted it and posted it on his Twitter because so many people were taking sides and stuff like that. So I feel like as a comic you should always have that free speech and definitely utilize it, but at the same time you have to use discretion or be ready for this type of backlash.
And the joke was whack too.
The Venmo didn't sell me on it. It wasn't enough for the tastelessness of the joke. So
yeah, it was just more. It was just more tasteless than funny. And it's just like. It was just so weird, and I think the weirdest part was that Comedy Central highlighted that joke.
Yeah, that was that
joke. It wasn't just like in her special or whatever it was, So that just kind of makes it it just makes for a weird, strange story, Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm trying to find it. I'll show it to you afterwards. I want to be on couch. I was going to try to find it, but I didn't want to be all on my phone on the podcast like this. So I'll find it afterwards.
For sure. All right. Well, quick question. Mm-hmm. What was your worst AIM username? Did you have AIM?
I didn't have AIM. I just had MySpace and I had BBM.
Did you have any usernames for that?
MySpace, I always used my name, man. I never was like getting these hoes and keeping them on their toes at 69.
You never had like a weird like chat name or email?
Oh man, I kept it pretty
Really?
simple. Yeah, man.
Even your emails were regular?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like a young Tahir would just be like, no, I'm just, that guy Tahir at 05. Like,
No, I all the outlandish stuff was usually in the thread, but I kept my name pretty PC.
and you didn't even have a weird email address that you had to like
to hear more.
I remember Spice Adams had a funny joke about like in a job interview having to explain your email.
Yeah.
I just figured you had like, I don't know, like a whiskey and fedora 79.
You know why I didn't do it, man? Because when I first started Facebook, you pick your name and all of that. And then I started seeing people with other names. I was like, oh, Sam, you could change your name up. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I think one of my friends passed, and the person that posted about it, the screen name was like, giving that bitch all 12 inches. So he posted about it, and every time I was like, oh, man, I'm sorry to hear this. But every time somebody posted after me, it was like, giving that bitch all 12 inches, replied, giving that bitch all 12 inches.
That is a rough
and this
time
is like,
to process that.
This is a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. I mean, even before the post, I feel like that's a strange name to pick.
Hey, man,
Giving that bitch all 12. Jesus, do they allow that? Did he like spell the I with an exclamation point or something? I didn't know they let you be that vulgar in that. Yeah.
Well, man, they didn't at first, but in Facebook, they don't now. But at first, Facebook, you used to get away with a lot of stuff.
Damn.
Before they came in with all the red tape and all of that, equality.
Bitch, mine was pretty bad. I had Armor King 96.
What were you really into Doom?
Everyone thought it was Amor King, like I was the king of love. But it was Armor King. It was like he was like my favorite character on a game called Tekken. He was like this,
Yeah.
He was like this leopard dude with armor. He was a secret character, and I thought it was the hardest name. And was not. Was not.
Okay, Armor King.
Yeah. You can't really be taken seriously. I literally had to tell people in serious situations what my email was, and that was not ever fun. Please tell us your most embarrassing AIM names in the comments. So I don't want to be left out on the island.
I really want to know.
Because this guy has been just straight up his whole life. I thought he was gonna be like Blink 182 lover at 50.
All right, Armor King. You know you're gonna get a t-shirt. I gotta get you a t-shirt that says Armor King now. You gotta wear it.
96. And that's the thing. I don't even think it was the year 1996. I want to say it was later.
It wasn't because at that time I was at 96. I was 12. I know you wasn't doing
I couldn't have been
amen.
6 years old.
Oh no,
So,
you were
I think that's the most embarrassing part. I probably wanted like Armor King 2000 or something, and it was taken. So I just went back a few years.
Oh my god.
Which means I was probably too old for that shit.
Yeah.
10 years old, I feel like is good.
Yeah, 10 years is I mean up until 14.
Okay.
Up until when girls become an interest. I think up until that point, you don't really, you're carefree. But when girls take an interest, then I think that you
I think I was
start
into girls since kindergarten though.
Yeah,
When
but
did
it's
you
different
start?
though. Oh, don't even get me started.
Oh man, this guy's probably
13.
smashing at his daycare.
I mean, finger banging at least.
Oh God,
You want these
that's
apples?
child porn at that point.
No, not if I'm that age too.
Yeah, it's still pretty
Nah,
illegal.
at that point it's just playing nasty. And the teacher's like, oh, we got to keep these kids away from each other.
Jesus Christ, we have now come to our conspiracy
Area.
conspiracy area. We're still trying to work on the name. Get away from the daycare sex.
You brought it up.
I did not.
You did.
I did not.
I said 13. You was like, I thought you were going to say daycare. I was
You're
like,
right.
well, yeah, see? You see how quick he lies?
You're right. I know it wasn't a lie. It was a skip of the memory. A skip of the memory. All right, so today's conspiracy is called the Franklin Conspiracy. It's about the Franklin expedition, which was one of the craziest mysteries in all of Canadian history. Mm-hmm. So in 1845, a British Royal Navy sent two ships out, the Erebus and the Terror. Boats have cool names. Into the unexplored Arctic to seek a passage to China. Already kind of a bad idea. They were the most advanced vessels at the time, state-of-the-art scientific equipment. But remember, this is 1845, so that was probably like the wheel.
They had a telescope and a men and women's bathroom.
You saw that shit? I can steer now. We used to just crash into stuff. Imagine that was just like boats were just like, I think it's that way, and you just went straight. But obviously, you know, the ships were never seen again. On board, there was 129 sailors and scientists, and it was led by the legendary explorer Sir John Franklin. So that's why it's called the Franklin Conspiracy. So nobody really knows what happened, but there's a bunch of interesting theories. Basically, they said that someone claimed to see the body of a giant, like a giant. Remember, this is unexplored Arctic territory. Mm-hmm. So there are reports that people saw the giant with long teeth, and some of them were on board one of the ships before it sank. There was another that said that the explorers died of a sickness that they couldn't identify. It was like a mystery sickness. The condition of the bodies suggested evidence of cannibalism. Yet the explorers still had food when they died, which is hilarious. You still got like hella food, and you're like, I want to taste that, nigga.
I want a piece of ass. Well, we'll be back home soon. Nah. I want some ass now.
So it's like, you know, they had like weird cuts on their bodies. So if the cut marks and the dismembered bodies weren't the result of cannibalism, what were they? Some of the bodies were frozen and perfectly preserved. It was found to have already been autopsied. So the organs had been replaced. And some of the rib cage had been put back in upside down. Just weird ass shit.
Oh, that's an alien.
That weird ass shit, right?
That's an alien right there. I've seen that before.
Really? I can't get past that. What is that?
This one time at band camp. Yeah, I seen that before. That's an alien for sure.
Sound like weird dirty talk. Like, girl, I'm gonna flip your rib cage.
Whoa, wait a minute. I didn't sign up for this. Slow down, Thaddeus.
Wait. It's a very thin line in dirty talk when it just becomes overly violent. Like,
Oh my God.
I'm gonna push your organs up into your neck.
Hey, hold on now. I need those organs.
I wanted a good time. Yeah, apparently they're saying that there were giant Arctic aliens walking around and that can control the radiation. So they had like superpowers. You never really think about the superpowers that aliens have. You just be thinking they're walking around probing people. But it says that there's giant super beings that had control over radiation and could levitate whole ships.
That's scary.
Yeah, but that also goes very close to the ancient Egyptians who said that there were giant aliens who could levitate these blocks and help build the pyramids. But a lot of people don't understand how these pyramids were built based on the tools that they had. Even though ancient Egyptians had hella tools. They were smart
But that's
as fuck.
still one of the marvels of the universe. Like, how did they... I mean, these pyramids are huge.
And some of them have blocks that they're just like, how did
How'd
you
y'all
get them
move
out
this?
here? How'd you carve it? How'd you stack them?
How did y'all build them? Like, if they were like built like in the oven and stuff like that, how they make bricks? Like, how did they make them this big?
Oh yeah, right. How they actually make that brick.
Yeah.
But there have been like hieroglyphs and paintings of something levitating these blocks. And it's crazy how we're so disconnected from wanting to believe in stuff like that. We could see a picture of it and be like, nah, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's probably a metaphor. But it's really, I really like it. I remember the very first conspiracy we ever did on Internet is Undefeated was the one of the Dyatlov Pass. And that was another expedition where all the settlers, they were going through like some area that was really high in radiation, and they camped out, and it was like below zero, and something so terrifying happened that night that they all tore open their tents and ran out, and they were found with like broken, they were found older, they had like white hair, they were found orange from the radiation, some of them had internal damages that could only be explained by like a car crash, like something fucked them up, and they all ran. Some of them were found about a mile away from the tent, completely in their drawers. So like, what happened that made these people so terrified? They tore open their tents from the inside and ran out in below 0 degree weather in just their drawers. And they were found with gray hair, some of them. It's pretty intense. I think some of them was missing a tongue. They were found in all different situations, like just stuff like that. I'm really, really interested in like these explorations gone wrong, because you got to think back then there was probably a lot of wild shit.
Only thing I can think of is if somebody farted who was lactose intolerant.
It was like, get me the fuck out of here.
They just traveled tent by tent and that would be the only thing.
And then there was the one person who was like, I still taste it. Cut their tongue out.
No.
I tasted it on my tongue.
You breathe it in, you get old, it just takes your soul away. Jeez Louise. That's creepy, man.
Yeah, man.
But I'm into the alien shit. I definitely believe they're aliens, man. I
Alien
definitely
shits.
believe the alien shit. And it's funny, you say that, it's like, we will pay all day to watch another alien movie, but won't entertain of them possibly being real.
Oh, they're real. They are real. I could send you a video. The main thing that I send around when people talk about aliens, the Canadian Prime Minister, I believe it was a Prime Minister, went on like a CNN type of like official news thing on video and confirmed it. It's been confirmed. He said that we've been working with not only aliens, several species of aliens. That's when it gets creepy. You think that somebody's just gonna be like, yes, aliens are real. But when it gets like specific, he named a couple of species. And he said, we have been trading Earth resources for alien technology. So in my mind, I'm like, that's where the iPhone came from.
Yeah.
That's where this came from. That's where that came from. And
I feel like they gave us the lowest version of their aircraft, and that's how we got the jet engine. Because for the life of me, I still don't understand jet propulsion. Like,
you think even that? I feel like that could be. We could do that.
Nah, I can see propellers. But the jet engine.
I want to say that the technology that they gave us, we haven't seen like that. Like you said, maybe they gave us like the lowest version.
Yeah,
It's the
they couldn't give us nothing that would wipe them out. So they were like, yeah, man, here's this iPhone. What is this? You call each other on it. Like, what do you use? we talk to our minds.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
And it also explains what we were talking about earlier about the world ending. Because who knows? They could have just been giving out resources, and then we're just like, "What's happening?" And they're like, "Yeah, what's happening?" Whoa! What? All these things
it's
are
getting
flushing
hot. What? That's crazy. Y'all should probably leave.
that alien heat. But this dude said this on camera, and he also said that there's one race is still here. They're walking around our naval bases and our military bases, and they're called the tall whites or the tall grays or something, and they look like tall, pale white people. They have blue eyes, and they just have sort of like faded skin. So I would definitely recommend you guys checking this out. Just type in Canadian Prime Minister, or it might be the Minister of Defense, confirming aliens, and it should.
I'm gonna look it up.
It looks like a CNN type. It's super official, and he's just like, yes, the white man in me confirms. The aliens are here. Not only aliens, multiple aliens, and some of them niggas are still here. So the heebie-jeebies.
I like it.
The heebie-jeebies.
I like it.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the conspiracy. We had some fire.
Yeah.
We had some fire
I
today.
like
I
it.
hope you guys are creeped out. And we are not alone. But you guys are also not alone because we will be back next Thursday. You like that?
Yeah, that's what you did. Tied it all
okay.
together, man.
It was
I'm
okay.
saying, you fucking geek. We see you cool people next week, man.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Till later.